Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number one of the A team. I keep wanting to say the E team because I just finished casting Canadian team, the E team, and then Phoenix Rising Amethyst. We did go ahead and have the Phoenix Rising Amethyst did win the flip and went for map pick, so they decided to go to Infernal Shrines. But before we got there, they also destroyed Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya. We do go ahead and have Sky Temple and Alterac being taken out by the A team. So, Infernal Shrines, here we go. Probably don't need to be over the side. I don't have a co-caster anymore. And also, NGS, how about you stop being tiny? NGS, I swear I can't take you anywhere. How is everyone tonight? We do go and have the first pick, as mentioned, going over to the A team. We'll have to see what they take out. Hogger is a great option. Hogger is just crazy and insane on this map. Not a lot of fun. But they are definitely taking their time to think about it. Other things to watch out for are mages with area. Li Ming kind of struggles with this map, but both Gul'dan, Jaina, and Kael'thas do very well. Diablo is a great pick on this map. Oh, they actually get rid of the Deckard Cain. The old man Deckard Cain. Now, granted, Deckard is a pretty good pick. He can definitely preload the point with potions. Alright, the JoJo being taken out. Johanna does make a lot more sense, for the very simple reason that she was one of the two big ones, and then a patch came out Tuesday that kind of like brought Rhaegar back to expected levels, but Johanna was largely not actually touched, so yeah. She's still like super plus good. Ow. Here's going the wrong way, it's like going forward. Like at that point, it should not be being caught into my headset. Disagree. Ow. We do go to have Anduin being taken out. That is very interesting. Like, Anduin is good, but not the best. Stay a while and no, I'm banned. I still think that we should have, like, voice lines when heroes get banned out. Anduin's completely like, am I such a disappointment? And May is taken out, so nice spread. Actually, no StarCraft heroes being banned out, but we do have Overwatch, Diablo, and Warcraft taking a knee to a certain extent. But here's the question: you have first pick. This is your third ban. What are you denying the other team? We do see that both of the bans on the side of the A team have been healers, so they definitely seem to be trying to choke out that heal pool. And yep, we have Stukov being picked up. So 3 healers down. Sorry, I was getting like bondaged up by my headset cord. It was a problem. We do go ahead and have Junkrat and a tank. No, Gaslow actually. With the double tank ban, I almost expected them to prioritize a tank in order to do the same thing to the A team that the A team was doing to them with healers. But no, they actually go for damage and offlane. So we do have Trench coming out with the Tassadar. And then, now this is interesting. I'll have to see. So Sonya does very well into Gaslow unless Gaslow goes a very specific build. Starting with rocket boots and then the slowing one. Gaslow can actually just, weirdly enough, stand and tank Sonya. It's ridiculous. But people that try and play Gaslow normally just get, like, dunked on by Sonya. We do go to have a ban on Suya Nubra, continuing the tank choke. Are we going to have another healer banned out? Brightwing? I'm guessing there's going to be a Brightwing. That's my prediction. Possibly Rhaegar. I mean, Rhaegar is still a good healer. But no, it is the Brightwing being taken out. So tanks on one side, healers to the left. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. And I'm wondering just now what I could do. So what are we going to have? Do we have the... Okay, we do have Diablo picked up, and Malfurion is going to be picked. That's the thing. If you know Barista, then I definitely feel like you should have expected a Malfurion. Though granted, Barista, or it's actually Barista, can play just about anything. I'll also mention, someone trolled me so hard when I very first started casting, and told me that her name was not Little Barista, it was Lieutenant Barista. I'm like, no, it's not. And Demon Grand comes out with the Zeratul. Zeratul going to make Vala and Tastar's life very, very uncomfortable. But that is the thing. Can Diablo keep that? We've got a nice little siege coming in. But yeah, I think Vala will not go the Gambit talent with Zeratul on the other side. That's definitely going to be something that will be uncomfortable. However, I'm going to disappear right now. I will see you in game, and I'll talk to you in game. And I'll get your betting up right about now.
Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
People, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Speaking of really good, that intro was also really good. I don't know who made it, but she's obviously super, super smart and intelligent and really, really good at video editing. We should all just want to be her friend. We do go and have Moose Cannon on the side of the A team. The Episcopalians. I should have thought that through. I'm like, what is a good the Empire of Egregiousness. There we go, way better. We do have Trench on the Tassadar, 2D Moss playing Stukov, Moose Cannons would be on ETC, Korsakov is going to be on the Sonya, and we do have Harking is going to be on Vala. On the other side of the battlefield, we do go ahead and have Phoenix Rising Amethyst, the Aristocracy of Annihilation. We do going to have Demon Grand on the Zeratul, Space Poe playing Diablos, Sylvester Chung is going to be playing the Junkrat. We have Little Barista on the Malfurion. And who did I not say? Docket is back here playing Gazlo. But while I'm sitting here talking, they're sitting here killing. As we do go have Diablo going down very, very quickly. Cat! There was a pause for a second. I guess it worked out. That was weird for sure. Cat, please. Have to be able to see. It's important. We have Demon Graham down here. There is a Moose Cannon nearby. Like 300 pounds of beef. Making sure Zeratul doesn't creep in. Both sides will go in and pick up their Khazra camps right quick. Looking at level 1, as predicted, we do not have the Gambit talent for Vala. Valala? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Over in the corner, it even tells you, hey, this is the level 1 talent, because there's a level 1 next to it. We do go ahead and have, let's see, Science Fusion. I don't usually see that one. Interesting pickup. No other questing talents except for Fire at Will. However, there's a great, great wall. A lot of damage on Space Pope. A lot of people just lining up for damage. So it does look like the A-team going to go ahead and get the bottom camp as well. A little bit of an experience edge. Meanwhile, we did have Gazlo move down. It actually looks like Sonya even came down for that fight. But it does look like Korsakov going to move up and deal with Docket. Demon Grub. Gonna be Zeratul across the map. So no one actually up top at all. Sonya gonna take a couple of free hits. Also, could we just like stop for a second and admire this Sonya like gothy, you know, Rune Knight skin? Yes, I know there's things happening, but there's a gothy Sonya on the battlefield. Priorities, people? Demon Grand gonna come down here. It does look like that the A team do have a very, very sizable experience advantage. About 75% of a level. But it also looks like that we do have the A team with their level advantage also being the first one onto the point. Zeratul on their way up, and Zeratul needs to move a little bit faster. They are already a quarter of the way done with the point. Space Bump goes ahead and takes a little bit of damage to trying to move in. Parking gets a lot of free ones. Demon Grand is stealth, true invisible, and in a whoosh. Here's the thing, Zeratul really comes online at like 16. Is okay in the early game, but we should really start to see Zeratul pay dividends once we get into the late game. Blue team has summoned a Mortar Punisher, you are correct. Punisher comes out for the A team, gonna start moving forward. It definitely felt like that Amethyst was just waiting and like not able to go in, but Space Pope takes a lot of damage. Tries to charge out of there, down to about 100 health. Looks like will actually make it out. Not so much. It's going to be Lieutenant Barista. I actually said Lieutenant. I'm trolling myself at this point. Demon Grand moving out. That is a 1-for-1 right now. The Punisher got distracted, but it looks like we will go ahead and get this taken out. That is above average damage for the first Punisher to actually get a fort. So we do go down Demon Grand getting this cleaned up. We've already got Gazlowe down below trying to deal with Sonya. Did Gazlowe go the correct build? That is the question. We have Rocket Boots at level 1, Hyper Focus, and Overload. I don't think this is the build that you can just absolutely dunk on Sonya with. The level 7 that you need to dunk on Sonya actually like slows her down. Not to say that Gazlowe can't win, but Gazlowe actually has to be very, very careful of Sonya now. The other one, you can just, it's ridiculous. You just kind of run in and get on top of her, and you know, like armor comes up. It's amazing. All right, Amethyst gets this picked up. It's a very, very close experience, but not close enough. There is still a 4% lead in terms of health and ability damage coming to the side of the A team. Although that goes away now. Electric fence comes down. Space Pope licking the electric fence. Don't whiz on the electric fence. You up top? Y'all were sleeping on docket? Here Sonya comes up. I gotta say that Karsakov is very, 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 very eager to... Oh, that's right. Sonya actually like spun back into it. Level 10s are online right now. We are going to see the Mosh Pit, Rain of Vengeance, Leap, Flailing Swipe, and Black Hole. Better be careful, but it looks like Demon Grand is up here as well. Little bit of a miscommunication. I feel like that Docket needed to kind of like bait the Sonya in. Sonya thought that the Zeratul had moved off, but no. On the other side, we do go to have Twilight Dream. Interesting. Apocalypse, Rocket Ride, Gravel Bomb, and Void Prison. Not Might of the Nerazim. Would you go ahead and have the commission of the Mosh Pit? That's what it's called. Space Boat taking a lot of damage, but we'll go ahead and get out of here. Now, unfortunately, that actually only got 1 kill. 1 kill is sufficient late game, but early game when death timers are only 15 seconds, and your cooldown is 2 minutes. I feel like that's not actually when you want to commit it. We do go and have Malfurion back up. Sonya is showing top, so they know Sonya isn't quite here yet. So they can engage into this very, very easily. All right, there's a big old Void Prison. Oh, are we going to have the Gravel Bomb? That's, okay, that explains why we didn't have Might of the Nerazim. The Void Prison being able to set up for the Gravel Bomb just with bang, makes all of the difference. We are 20 seconds down for Vala and Stukov. That is one heck of a combo coming out of Amethyst. Love to see it. Here's a lot of bammy damage.
Red team has summoned a frozen Punisher.
Red team has summoned a Frozen Punisher. I agree. I love that guy getting stuck and just being like, I'm trying to walk forward and kill these guys, but it's hard. All right, lots of boomy booms. Trench looking not too good for wear. There is a Emerald Dream that comes out. That's not what it's called, is it? Twilight Dream, there we go. I knew it was a dream, but I knew it was related to Malfurion. Doc, you're going to go over here and get a Shaman Camp. You go and have the second Punisher of the game, going to the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. They are looking to invade their opponent's Shaman Camp. Wait, what? All right, there's a big old explosion. Does not actually catch you on. Zeratul being the first one to go down, but it looks like 2D is not long for this world. Big old Diablo swipe comes through, goes ahead and knocks them out. Karsavov is introduced to the wall by Diablo. Diablo wants everyone to be a friend. There's a big old explosion coming out of Gazlowe. Not quite the mother of all explosions, but still a big explosion. And we do end up with a 1 versus 1 and a successful Shaman kill. Shaman steal, I should say. Ed team still have a slight experience lead, but it's one that does not end up mattering as soon as I finish the sentence where I acknowledge it. However, keep in mind that this fort is down, and despite taking the Punisher and despite pushing into a lot of stuff, they have not actually done really lasting damage to any fort. Definitely a thing worth looking at. We do go in a trench in the middle, pushing this through. Another bush party. I do really like the way that they're actually using these Zeratul's like true stealth. And Docket. Docket realizes, oh crap, this was a bad plan. Goodbye, Gazlowe. And after a moment where you turn around and then you run to the entire enemy team on horseback. If I was Gazlowe, honestly, when I saw that, I might have just, like, gone this way and tried to cut through here.
The shrine gathers power. Claim it in my name.
My Demon Grand does move through. That is the thing, though. The shrine is coming up, and I don't know what you really do if you are on the side of the A-team with other than not group up, because if you're ever grouped up, that Void Prison is just like an instantaneous combo between the Apocalypse and then the Gravo. That was gutsy as heck from Space Pope. Unfortunately, it does not end up working. Now, keep in mind, with the new patch, Diablo is coming back with 25 souls, not 0. But still. Because what actually happened is that Diablo tried to go in there. Here's the thing about Mosh. whenever you use Mosh, it has these little pulses that come out every like half a second. And so if you can get the charge just right, you can actually charge in between the pulses and knock ETC out of the animation. But if you're not just right, you get caught during the charge in, which is exactly what we saw there. Now, the sad thing is that a puck was available. Could have just used that. That is the thing. There's a lot of people that are able to stop Mosh. The, Gaslow has a number of explosions. You can also displace it with the Junkrat. APOC can do it. Emerald Dream could, in theory, do it. Bit of a big commit, but, you get so much control over a good Mosh that I'd use an Emerald, a Twilight Dream to knock that out. Oh, is that what the way that I thought you actually had to time it right? Do it on Space Pope. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. There's the APOC. I hadn't even thought about the Junkrat as well. My gosh, this is such intentional use. Malfurion going down. They are fighting alongside. There is the ETC, but the ETC does go down. Lots of very low health bars. I do like how much they move back. They're like, this guy's gonna jump soon.
Blue team's Punisher has fallen.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Sorry, I've cast the Honesty Knowles before this. I've got their theme song stuck in my head. All right. Sonya does see that this is happening, but can't do a whole lot about it. Doc, they want to go in. Docket is very, very low. Docket, get out. Space Pope! They are about 30 seconds away from their Wombo. I do really like that Wombo, though. I might have to steal that. Thank you, Rock. I appreciate having that clip. So I was planning on going back and doing it myself, but now I don't have to. You are enabling my laziness, and I appreciate you. We have Sonya here in the middle. Stuck in the middle with you. Actually, not stuck at all. Sonya's leaving. Sonya is hard unstuck. Okay, there we go ahead. Once again, fantastic. Gets 2 kills out of it. That's the thing. Like, that's not even a wombo. That's just a really, really well-placed Mosh. Boop. And we are back to 25 souls for the Diablo. How far does his body go? His body ended up there? That is frankly impressive. As impressive as Frank.
Another shrine will be ready soon.
All right, we almost have level 20 for Phoenix Rising. Oh my goodness, but that black hole comes through and just like everybody dies. Yeah, that was an ouch. Ouch is a good word for that. Black hole comes along and says, hey, hey, hey. Do you know what survives in a black hole? Absolutely nothing. All right, Barista comes out. So I have to back off. They are 30 seconds away And it looks like they're definitely going to have a Frozen Punisher coming up against them. It's surprising. I keep waiting for the like death wombo to come out, but that's the thing. Even though they're getting lots of kills and doing amazing things, really they're actually not getting lots of kills. They've gotten 8 kills compared to 14. It is a best of 3. Just about everything in NGS until the like finals are best of 3. And this is week 1 of the like regular competition. We're not even to playoffs. Do go ahead and have big suns coming out. Diablo just had no ability to survive. Let none survive. Okay, they got half the combo. They weren't quite ready with the Gravo just yet, but they do go ahead and take out, actually the 2 damage dealers. Like, if you were going to aim for 2 targets, those are the targets you wanted the most. Risa comes through, goes in and silences Sonya. But there's a big old jump. Docket looking very, very not good, well for wear. The shields are gone. They are pushing in onto the core itself. Core is down to 70%. The Punisher is still at half health when we have less than half of the core's life. This may be it. The A team is going in to go ahead and try and win this first and foremost. GG called out by Demon Grad. All right, looking at this real quick, we do go ahead and have, in terms of healing, 2D Moss does go ahead and get that taken care of. Little Barista, not too far behind, doing 34. In terms of damage, Trench, to the surprise of no one, is number 1. That black hole was a thing of beauty. So happy to see that. Junkrat with Sylvester Shung is coming with 43,000. Parking with 38, and Korsakov. I always have to like stop and think about how to say that name. 32. We do go ahead and have the Soak dead even. It's actually surprising considering how often Sonya just wandered off to do other things. But they do get 17,000 apiece. Talents, we got those. Sonya does go the Slam build with the Mercenary talent. Leap, followed by a Ruthless, Giant Slim, and Ignore Pain. Pretty standard. Gaslow would have preferred a different level 7. Though, I guess with the Wombo, that makes sense. Gravo and Gravo, of course. Arc React, alright, cool. And with that being said, we'll go into game number 2. I'll be right back with the lobby. In the meantime, go ahead and enjoy the theme song of the A-Team. So the good news is, as like what I was about the music that Harky picked out, I now get to be immediately happy again because we are on the best map in NGS. Fantastic! You guys are so lucky to see the like epitome and the I keep wanting to say epitome, the epitome of strategy on of the available map pool. Rexar being banned out, very, very, very like intelligent ban. I love Rexar on this map, but he is broken. Realistically, if you have someone that's really good at Kira or Deathwing, you can fight him off. But other than that, it's just really, really hard to get him off the top point. How is everyone? Welcome, welcome. Absolutely, Ice, best map. Fun fact, I actually found out, do you know why Braxis wasn't in the CC, or the HGC, or the CCL? Because the pros were like, there are too many strategies on this map, we don't want to learn it. Legit, that is a true story. People always like dumb this down to the one strategy, like it's boring, there's only one strategy, even though there's like 7. So we do go ahead and have a ban on Stukov and, okay, the Johanna makes sense, as well as the Old Man Deckard Kane. So now we'll go ahead and actually see what we're going to see. I'm really, really interested in the offlane here. And Ice, I fight board members over Braxis. Do you really want to come at this?
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
Do you really want to go? I will go.
For the Alliance above all.
Look into these eyes and tell me what you see.
Change is upon us.
Oh, okay. Good timing on that, Ektar. I am actually wearing my snow boots today. But of course, when you think of snow boots, you think of like big, bulky, maybe like little fuzz. Not screw that, I'm goth.
Vilneus will rise again.
So of course, my snow boots are deep red and black. Also, just because I enjoy showing off my flexibility. Also, last thing I'll say is you might notice that because of the competitive variety inherent to this map, it is back in Storm League. They actually got rid of it in Storm Division, and then thanks to the tireless efforts of the Braxis mod, I think I can call myself that. We do have it back. Actually, I had nothing to do with that decision. Thank you very much, KKZ. So, okay, getting back to the draft, we do have Junkrat, Ragnaros. Oh, I hate Ragnaros on this map. You take it because you're like, oh, Lava Wave's going to help you clear the Zerg. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it will. But you should be taking a hero that helps you win the point, not a hero that helps you, like, lose less whenever the Zerg are coming. So we do gonna have Greymane on the Harking. A lot of just Claw, Rar. We do gonna have Space Pope. Oh, and Falstad. This is what I love. The globals coming out. Falstad being able to go up very, very quickly. But there are some globals on the other side. We do have Brightwing coming out of Tudimas. Moose Cannon on the Anubarak. And the Genji. Now here's the question. Are we going to have the Genji Deflect build that lets you solo the boss? Even if not, Genji can basically be a global. Because he can charge up to do 2 dashes and go through walls. So he can get up to the top extremely quickly. You can get Volskaya out. I would not oppose that. But Braxis stays in. Ice, there are only 2 maps in the stupid map pool that actually make the solo laner be really relevant. If you're just like, yeah, sorry, I don't care about the solo laner, I have absolutely no concern if they actually enjoy playing the game, they can just, hate their life, well then, I am so nice.
Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be social. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Oh, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
All right, coming into game number 2, we do have the A team coming in on the blue side of the battlefield, our Cyan Centurions. We do have Harking playing the gray main. Anubrock is, I think, being played by Moose Cannon. We do go ahead and have Junkrat being played by Trench. Tootie Moss back here on the Bright Wing. And in the top lane, we do have Korsakov on the Ragnaros. Opposing Ragnaros, we do go to have Docket coming out on the Deheka. We do go and have Demon Grand on Genji, Little Barista on Anduin, Space Pope rocketed down with the Fire Lizard himself, Diablo, and Sylvester Chung coming out with the Fall Statty. Okay, Ektar. You can make an argument for BOE, although it's not as much as Braxis. But are you freaking kidding at Towers of Doom? Towers of Doom, the offlaner literally doesn't matter. You spend the entire map going between top and mid and top and mid and top and mid. Like, literally, you don't fight the other offlaner. You just clear the entire time.
Oh dear. The beacons are energizing. You have to control them.
So we do go down this coming up. Docket already winning the top lane, as Jinxie Cat is wont to say. We're going to come up here for just a second to look at the offlaners, the most amazing, cute, and talented players who sacrifice their on-screen time in order to make sure that we have experience and have a better game. We do go and have Demon Grand moving up here.
The beacons have activated. Control them. Please let this work.
You go ahead and have Space Pope down here. Now this is a 3v4, so you need to be careful. Docket did move down here. We do have Genji. Dang it! No getting killed while I'm at the other lane. So this rotation up by the Genji seems ill-advised. We do go and have Sylvester Chung moving back. Barista trying to keep this up. Diablo is back alive, but they're going to have a hard time holding this back. There's a lot of beetles here. They can push hard. Anubrock is almost as good at pushing as Sylvanas is. Okay, we can argue about this later. Being able to show up to team fights better than your opponent doesn't make the offlaner relevant though. That's a team fight. The relevancy of the offlaner is when you actually get to be an offlaner and fight in the offlane, which is something you don't get to do on most maps. Most maps is you don't actually have to go out and fight for anything. Offlane is just like waiting for the team fight to happen the whole game. Yeah, Ice running away. I told you he didn't want any of this. He's like, I will fight you. And I'm like, bring it. And he's like, I gotta go. So we are going good. I'm going to try and focus on this game. I apologize. Anyone watching this later. You're like, I want to go watch Rocket cast our game. And I spend like half the time talking about Braxis and not talking about what's happening on screen. Here comes Demon Grant out of the area. Moose Cannon is coming out. 2D Moss goes ahead and gets the big ol'... Oh, nice dash out by the Genji. Genji so far has taken Agile Dismount and Triton Mastery. I think 7 is where you get the challenge that lets you solo the boss. Once again, coming up here, trying to go ahead and move into this. Now, theoretically, Dahaka can burrow down below, help them get this, but is choosing not to just yet. Space Boat taking a lot of damage. Here comes Genji in from the side, but not fast enough to say Diablo. Diablo is at 60 souls, so will not be coming back right away. Alright, Moose Can takes a good bit of damage. He's having to run for his little life.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Alright, Karsov having to get out of there. They have not been able to secure the bottom point at all, though. They have an opportunity here if they want to take it. Nice sidestep by Mr. Chung. But once again, man, Demon Grant is too eager to come up here and fight up here. Like, you guys need to control bottom. You control top already. You don't need to go up there. Alright, they are moving forward right now. Oh! How the heck did they all get up there? I swear they were down here like 2 seconds ago. Am I just tired? I mean, it's entirely possible. Oh my god, Docket, your tongue! That was horrifying. Nice burrow to avoid the boot back. Boot back, patty whack, give a dog a bone. So we're about to have more channeling coming out of the side of the A team.
Blue team has destroyed
Both forts down right now. Nice rotation. Very fast. I actually didn't notice them go up there. Now I think about it, that yeah, you can actually get very quickly between the two. Slight distraction with the camp. Now we have to push in on bottom, coming from Space Pope et al. A new Brock here in the lead, but the rest of the team not having actually gotten here just yet. Alright, there is the Genji. Oh, interesting, we have Hinterland's Blast. I had not noticed that. We don't have Gust. There was the nice Protect comes out of, in order to stop that, there is the Explosion goes in his Sylvester Chung. Moose Cannon moves forward, about half life for a lot of it. Little Barista very far in front, needs to be very careful. That is not the place you want to be. And Greymane is just having some Anduin snackies. Greymane, finish your, what? My mom brought us some snackies. Welcome to my parents' house. Okay, I guarantee you Malby is cracking up right now. Because Malby has a history with that song. Basically, I start randomly yelling it whenever I get drunk. I'm not drunk though, I promise. Alright, we have another rotation coming up. Here comes the Sylvester Chung. Is not going to be able to finish this. Was up? I do feel like a Henderson Blast going right here would have secured that. Instead, saves it for just a second. Oh, and actually the rag does not go for Lava Wave. 8 minutes in, or basically 9 minutes in, and we have the first Zerg wave of the game. Majority of it coming out of the bottom gate right down here. Do go ahead and have quite a few grenades and destruction coming through. Genji gets killed in the back line. Got in there a little bit too deep. I think took some banelings to the face. Man, this could be the death march. That is going to be a big old boom happening. Right Arse goes in and gets inside it. I forget. I do think this was the map pick coming out of the side of... I forget. I don't even remember. But man, I'm going to tell you, the A team knows how to play this map. Very, very well played. We're already down to 14%. This has been a 10-minute Braxis holdout game. Hello? A team manages to clean this up in record time. Let me go and see if I can get an interview with these amazing players. One moment. All right, got that done. Real quick, let me go ahead and look at stats and get you guys paid out.
Hey, Raka.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Doing pretty well. Sorry, I was slightly distracted doing a few things on stream. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I have to apologize. I'm being told by my team I have to apologize for my theme song pick.
I did give you a very, very hard time about it. But yes, officially, anyone of you reviewing this from NGS, it was all Harkin. It's not my fault.
It is a really Canadian theme song, you have to admit.
That is quite true. I know I said this. I was like watching it, and I was just like, or listening to it, and I'm like, okay, there's an F-bomb here or there. It's not like the end of the world. And then we got to like the middle, and it was like every fifth word. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to play this anymore. I
But it's good.
refuse. But moving on from that, congratulations, first of all. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Kind of a gimme question to start us out. How are you guys feeling right now?
Good. We felt really good about the way we played tonight. We felt really good about our coordination. We obviously, there's a lot of new faces on the team, and I think that we really put together something good here. So yeah, we're all feeling really good.
So going back to the first game on Infernal Shrines definitely it was weird because when I was casting it, like obviously the biggest moments were that just devastating wombo that Amethyst set up with starting off the Void Prison. What did you guys do in order to deal with that? Because you actually had a very significant kill lead. It just didn't feel like it.
Honestly, we recognized the potential for the Wombo, I think, once the Zeratul pick came out and we saw all of the setup there. And so we just kind of tried to remind each other not to clump. And our biggest strategy was just to play the map, honestly. It was just move from one lane to another, get camps, put pressure, get a pick here and there. And then as soon as we have a pick, we were pushing down forts, pushing down structures. And that was just our real big focus for tonight, was just making sure that we were getting that siege damage in.
Well, it definitely worked out. I did notice that you guys were very, very, very on top of trying to pick up all of the camps you could, including you would even like try and invade and fight over your opponent's shaman camp That was one of the scrappiest fights I've seen, but it was kind of hilarious.
Yeah, we definitely we tried to invade as much as we could, especially when we recognized that we had a level or a talent advantage or a numbers advantage. We were really trying to put the pressure onto them whenever they were split up, because we knew that once they were all together, they had that wombo, and when they had that all those abilities up, it was going to be rough on us.
Well, you certainly managed to handle that in a way that um, pushed through. Oh, at what point? Because that was definitely a towards the end of the game. I kept being like, okay, well, Zeratul gets really scary at 16. Um, at what point before the thing came up and said victory did you know you had that game, or was it literally like we were worried about Zeratul up until the core fell?
I think we managed to stagger out a couple people in that bottom lane as we were taking the keep once Punisher was taken and moving in on core. And then, to be honest, we were just trying to stay alive and maybe get a pick or two, because timers were low enough that they were still coming back up pretty consistently. But I think it wasn't until like we realized that the Punisher had the core at, I think, like 50 or 40% that we were like, oh, we can win this. Like, everybody hit core.
So, moving on to game number 2 on the best map in NGS. I will warn you, and I slightly apologize. There was a lot of discussion about that map, and I even got distracted from the match to talk about the map a bit. Whoopsie. But it definitely felt like both sides had access to globals. Although you rotated a couple times, but not very often. What Genji was rotating all the time. What was your overall strategy on? Like, I know you went for siege damage whenever you could, but what was like Ragnaros's job? Because it very much felt like he was hanging back and just pulling Genji out of position so you could take advantage.
Well, with the comp that they drafted, we knew that the Genji and the Falstad had a lot of rotational power on us, and that one or both of them would be rotating to top lane a lot. And so Course just said she was going to play safe and hang back, and she did a great job of that, to be honest, just managing to keep us up with Soak. And then we knew that once either Genji or Falstad went to top lane, that we had that pressure advantage bot, having four of us. And honestly, we drafted like a pretty strong siege comp, so we were just, our thought was, wait for one or two people to rotate up top and push bot and just push it hard, get as much damage as you can done, control bot point, and then once we took that bottom fort, we switched things up so that we could take top fort and just make sure that Course had an easier time and just a lot more available real estate there for her to play in.
Definitely worked out. I gotta say, and you may not be able to comment on this, but I was very surprised to see the Sulfur Smash, because every time I see Ragnaros come out on this map, it's always Lava Wave.
Yeah, and Lava Wave's actually, it's good, but a lot of people don't realize that it doesn't do as much to the Zerg Wave as you think. And then Self Smash is just, it's so good in a team fight, especially when we're rotating up to try and get a gank on Dahaka or whoever happened to be in top lane, or whenever we're as 5. And you get that Self Smash value, and it's such a huge stun. So, I mean, combo that with a noob's double stuns and Brightwing's polymorph, and it just allowed Trench and I to just lay out as much damage as possible and kind of force people back, right?
So it was very interesting that the Zerg only came out one time on that map, and they went all the way to the core. So obviously that happened to a certain extent because you weren't prioritizing getting the Zerg wave. What was your general strategy? Like, when did you decide that you needed mercs? When did you decide to do siege?
Honestly, we would notice that when they were doing mercs, and just try and kind of keep up our camp pressure with them, so that we could make sure that lanes weren't getting pushed too far into us. And our basic strategy was just to, like I said, just to push down buildings here and just get as much siege damage as possible done, because we knew that the less buildings they had to retreat to, the easier time we were going to have capping that objective. We were trying to kind of make sure that we had one or both points for as long as possible. so that at least we weren't losing the objective, or stalling it out for as long as possible, so that we could get as much damage done to their forts and their buildings as possible. But yeah, that was it. Just siege down, and then we ended up getting objective mid game, and it ended up being a winning objective.
Fantastic. And the last question I have, even though I kind of already know the answer, where does the name the A team come from?
It's well, I mean, obviously there is the 70s show, the A Team, and then well, I mean, EH is just it's the Canadian colloquialism, so we just kind of yeah, three of us are Canadians, and it's we love the team name.
Oh, interesting. I actually thought all five of you were. If I can
No,
ask,
no.
who are the two dirty non-Canadians?
Trench and Course are our non-Canadians. They're honorary Canadians.
Well, I can respect that. I am also an honorary Canadian. I've been
Nice,
adopted.
I like it.
So, those are the questions I had for you. Let me turn it over to you for any shout-outs you may want to give.
I want to shout out my team. They played incredibly tonight, all really, really well. I'd like to shout out our coach. He's been doing awesome work with us. It's been really great to have him on board, and we look forward to just continuing that work with him. And I want to shout out Phoenix Rising, Amethyst. They were great opponents. They played really, really hard. They brought, I thought, top-notch gameplay, and they really pushed us to our limits. So it was great to play against them, and we look forward to playing against them later on in the season.
Well, this is a double round-robin division, so you'll definitely have the ability to do that.
Yep.
All right, and once again, congratulations. Very, very, very decisive start to the season. I won't take any more time and let you enjoy the after party.
Thank you very much, Raka.
My pleasure. So, for me, I think everyone knows this, but my name's Raka. I am a unapologetic Braxis holdout supporter. You can find me right here. Hit follow. If you've tried to type and you're not able to, if you follow, then 24 hours later, it won't lock you out anymore. I just have had hate raids, so I have to kind of put that into place. Other than that, thank you very much for being here. I will be going offline for like 5 minutes and then coming back, but it will be my personal stream. So in the meantime, let me get you over to another Here's the Stormcaster, because I know why you're here. I does not look like there are any... Actually, let me verify that real quick. Let me make sure I'm not telling dishonest. Nope, it looks like there are no other NGS matches being broadcast. So we're going to go over and hang out with Mockery.